Goodreads sucks. I hate it. I hate it. It's really, really annoying. Like, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name's Yazzie. My friends will call me Yazzie, and you guys can too. Today I'm going to talk about some of my unpopular, bookish opinions. And honestly, I don't think many of them are that unpopular, but some might be a little bit controversial. But I feel like they're pretty warranted. But anyways, let's just get straight into it. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is dog earring and spine cracking. It's not that bad. Like, it's generally not that big a deal. I personally buy lots of my books secondhand, so they're not in like tip-top condition. Like, say for example, I bought this on Facebook Marketplace. There's literally coffee stains on it. Like, my books are generally not in perfect condition. This one is literally like all wrinkly and stuff, and I genuinely don't think it's that big a deal that you dog ear and have cracked spines. It's not that big a deal. Like, look at my Harry Potter. You think 10-year-old me cared at all if I cracked the spine? Like, genuinely, I couldn't. And let's be honest, how am I supposed to read this without cracking the spine? Like, okay, to be fair, I kind of do that these days. Look, I don't crack it on purpose, but if it cracks when I'm reading it, then like, that's fine. Like, I don't really care. Dog earring? Look, I personally don't do it. Like, I just find some receipt or like a hair tie and I just throw it in my book. But I feel like it shows it's a well-loved book, Like, if I was incredibly desperate, I would dog ear my pages, but I generally don't think it's that massive a deal, genuinely. And the BookTok community has made it such a crime to either dog ear or crack the spine, and I feel like that's just so not fair because every person has their own opinions and they have like their own way of doing things. So I don't know, I just think it's not that big a deal. Next thing I want to talk about, special editions. Okay, I understand if you read a book and it is like your favoriteest book in the world and you want to buy a special edition, of course, you go for it. But if you have like 7 editions of the same book, or like you buy brand new editions just for like the bonus chapter or something, I just feel like special editions in general are just such a money grab. Like, that's the whole reason for them, just to make more money off them. And here in Australia, special editions are pretty expensive. Like, the black cover of Caraval, that's $50. Like, that's a lot of money. So I personally, I would love, okay, I'm kind of a hypocrite here. I would love to own special editions of all of my favorite books, but I would have like a max, if that makes sense. Like, I can't own more than 3 copies of the same book, for example. Because I just think owning 7 copies of the same book, and if they're like, let's say 4 of them are special editions, that's $200 in special editions. Now, I don't know, I just personally think that's crazy. And they're such a money grab. Like, we don't need 7 editions of the same book. I don't know. Look, I do wish I owned special editions of my favorite books, but gosh, I want pretty books. Look, I do want pretty books, but I think it's gotten to a point where like it's not fair. But yeah, that is my opinion on special editions. Like, you want them, but you don't need them. Actually, no, you can say that about a lot of things. It's just, they are a luxury, like a really big luxury, I think. I would love to have them, but I am too broke for that. So, look, at this point, I'm sort of a hypocrite when it comes to, but it is an opinion of mine. Special editions are money grabs. A point I forgot. Because there are so many special editions these days, I feel like they lose their meaning in that sense, in the way that they're not special anymore if there are 7 special editions of the same book. Goodreads. Goodreads sucks. It's generally like one of the worst book tracking apps that I have been on. And the only reason that I use it is because that is what everybody else uses. Now, the problem I have with Goodreads is that it doesn't cater to our every need or even most of our needs as readers. The only options you have are read, currently reading, or want to read. And then if you want anything more than that, you have to make your own shelf. And one of my biggest problems is that they do not have a DNF option. Because then everyone who DNF'd a book just gives it 1 star. And I really just don't think it's the same DNFing and 1 star. And also the tracking is horrible. Like, as an individual, like the individual reading tracker, it's horrible. The only thing they do is how many books you read that year, and that's it. Like, I'm sorry, if you go on Fable or Storygraph, they tell you you can update how many pages you read every day, how many pages are in a book, how many pages you read that month. It can tell you, you know, what genres you usually like to read the most. I think it is so much more informative, like at a glance, as a reader. Storygraph or Fable, like I hate Goodreads so much. And the only reason I use Goodreads is because that is what everyone else uses, and they have the best reviews. That is what I would say that about Goodreads, but the only reason they have the best reviews is because that is what everyone uses and what they're accustomed to. Because there won't be nearly as many reviews for a book on Storygraph or Fable as there would be on Goodreads, because that's just what society, like the reader society, has grown used to. And I really wish that it wasn't like that. Like, I really wish Storygraph and Fable were like the same popularity as Goodreads. And also, Goodreads is really outdated. Like, even the app, it just doesn't look nice. Especially the website. Oh my gosh, don't get me started on the website. That thing is so ugly. Like, I'm sorry, it is so ugly. Like, it looks like it was made in 2010 or something, and it hasn't changed since. Genuinely, I don't like Goodreads. It's just bad. It's literally just bad. But I will still use it because they have good reviews. That is what I will say. Number 4. If you DNF a book, I personally don't think you have a right to rate it, because I think when you're reviewing a book, you should be reviewing a book as a whole. You know, not just like bits and pieces. Like, imagine if you like wrote a review for like every chapter. Like, no, that doesn't reflect on the book well. And so, especially on Goodreads, because there is no DNF option, so everyone who DNFs it rates it 1 star. And who knows, maybe they would have really, really liked something at the end that would have bumped it up to a 2 star or a 3 star. That would greatly impact the average rating of the book. And so I personally think that is also another reason why I don't like Goodreads, because there's no DNF option. So the people who DNF just rate it 1 star. And yeah, I feel like if you DNF a book, you didn't read it, so you don't know what actually happened in the entirety of it. So you shouldn't really get to review it, because that's just negatively going to impact the average rating of the book. And also, you might be missing out on something. You know, maybe the ending would have been life-changing to you, but you DNF'd it, so you wouldn't even know that, and you would have rated it 1 star. I personally think it's not fair, and you shouldn't be allowed to do that, because it's just not fair. Okay, my next bookish opinion. BookTok has been brainwashing us. Not brainwashing, but sort of in the sense that lots of people only read BookTok books, and I will say, like, I read lots of the book recommendations given to me on BookTok, and to be fair, I enjoy most of them. Like, fair amount of them I found really, really good. And I understand that books are popular for a reason, because the vast majority of people enjoy them. Not everybody, but the vast majority. But I feel like in today's day and age, with like everything being online and with like social media and stuff, readers have sort of lost the magic of like walking into a bookstore, having no idea what you're gonna get, but, you know, picking a book off the shelf and reading the blurb and be like, yeah, I want to read about that. I don't know, I feel like it's kind of sad in that sense, that like you read a book because everybody else said it's good, but you don't read a book because you found it interesting. You don't know what the tropes are. You probably don't even know the author who wrote it, but the story appeals to you, so you're like, that sounds really fun and I want to read that. And look, BookTok is good. Like I said before, a lot of their recommendations I really, really loved. But I also love going into a bookstore and reading, you know, a book that I've never heard of before. My voice, I'm sick, I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, reading a book that I've never heard of before, I feel like it's really cool, because you genuinely have like no idea what you're getting into, and you know, you can safely scroll on your TikTok or whatever without getting anything spoiled for you. But yeah, I don't know, it seems really sad. Look, it's not, I will continue to read BookTok recommendations, because from my experience I haven't thoroughly enjoyed most of them, but I will also read books that I have never heard of before because I find the story interesting. And this is genuinely no hate to BookTok, I just think that, you know, we don't all only have to read BookTok books. Oh my gosh, I have a major ick when it comes to series, and that is not putting the numbers on the spine. I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, okay, let's look at Percy Jackson over here, because that is what I have right next to me. I didn't drop them. They are all clearly numbered. Do you see that? Like, I know this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes me happy. But say, for example, if I was reading Caraval. Actually, no, maybe not Caraval, because the last one is called Finale. Let's say I was reading Powerless. How would I know that Powerless is first, then Reckless, then Fearless? Why wouldn't I think Fearless, then Powerless, then Reckless? Like, I don't know. It genuinely, like... Because I've actually gone into bookstores and I picked up a book, but I had no idea that it was the second book in a series. And then obviously on the blurb, it's like, after fleeing the kingdom of yada yada and killing the king, Raven must find a way to get over the like... Genuinely, it's not fair, and I don't like it, and I think that every series should be numbered, in my personal humble opinion, because it is easier for the reader to know what book comes next in a series. But yeah, it's annoying. It's really annoying. Like, this, perfection. Actually, no, I will be fair. I don't like the fact that number 3 is different, that it's a different colour. Like, that annoys me a bit. But I will live, because it's numbered. But yeah, that is the end of this video and my little rant. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please comment any of your unpopular bookish opinions. I'm really curious, like, what other people think about just stuff in general. And anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!